Fans of the One Piece manga series still haven't stopped talking about the figure of Bartholomew Kuma. As you know, the names of Bartholomew Kuma and Jewelry Bonney are currently the topic of discussion that is being discussed by fans. This is after Eiichiro Oda revealed the true facts about the relationship between the two characters. Bartholomew Kuma himself is not a new name in the One Piece series. He has appeared since the first half of the series. Kuma was also the talk of the fans before the time skip, and the discussion about his character is back in this latest arcs. Maybe some of you are still confused about the character, and also his role in the story. Here are some important facts about Bartholomew Kuma. But before we start this video, please smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and click notification bell, or you will miss future anime videos. In the story, it is revealed that Kuma has tremendous power that comes from a devil fruit. The name of the devil fruit itself is Niku no Mi. With the power of the devil fruit, he is able to withstand enemy attacks easily, thanks to the cat's palm on his arm. With this power also, Kuma can send people wherever he wants. For example, when he sent the entire Straw Hat crew to various places before the time skip occurred. But it turns out that the Niku no Mi can also have a healing effect on other people. However, the way it works is different from other devil fruits. Then, how does the Niku no Mi bring about a healing effect? Kuma will absorb all the pain suffered or felt by a person, and then transfer the pain to the body of another person. In the Thriller Bark arc, Kuma once did this by absorbing Luffy's pain and transferring it to Zoro's body. Bartholomew Kuma is a mysterious figure, and there are still many questions related to this character, especially why he came under the control of the world government. Bartholomew Kuma himself was once part of the Revolutionary Army. This is based on the fact that Kuma has a close or connection with the organization and also the figure of dragon. In addition, this is also evident in the information box that appeared in chapter 908 of the Reverie arcs. In the information, it was explained that Kuma was a former leader of the Sorbet Kingdom and a former top brass of the Revolutionary Army. In some moments, Kuma appears with Ivankov and Dragon. Strong evidence that Kuma was part of the Revolutionary Army emerged before the time skip. Just then, Kuma appeared in the midst of Kizaru's chaos. He then reveals a secret to Rayleigh, in which he reveals the truth about himself. Then, before the time skip, Kuma also flew the Straw Hat crew, which many fans believe was part of Kuma and the Revolutionary Army's plan. And finally, how Kuma took care of Thao and Sunny while the Straw Hats were training for 2 years. Fans have long suspected that Jewelry Bonney and Kuma have a deep connection. This is based on the fact how Bonney was so angry and sad when he found out about Kuma's fate, which at that time was changed by Dr. Vegapunk becomes a pacifista. In fact, in the Reverie arc, Bonney seems to be trying to free Kuma, who is a slave to the Celestial Dragons. In chapter 1063 yesterday, Oda-sensei confirmed that it turns out that Kuma is Bonney's father. When Luffy was about to attack Pacifista in the form of a cop, Bonney asked him to stop. This turns out to be because Kuma is her father. This suddenly took everyone by surprise. Bonney also later explained that Kuma was the only family she had. However, Luffy himself later explained that it wasn't Kuma but a Pacifista. New facts about Kuma re-emerged in the latest chapter of the One Piece manga series. After previously Oda confirmed about Kuma that he was indeed the father of Bonney, this time Oda presented information that Kuma was from a special race. This was revealed in Bonney and Luffy's conversation after they escaped from the pursuit of Pacifista in chapter 1064. In that chapter, Jinbei had time to tell about who Kuma really is. According to the information he knew, Kuma was a former evil leader who was later overthrown by his own people. He also later became the Revolutionary Army and was captured by the world government. For the crimes he committed so far, the government then gave him a life imprisonment. However, Vegapunk saw tremendous potential in Kuma's figure. This later became the moment where Kuma was not imprisoned for life. However, in exchange, he must be willing to let his body be the subject of experiments from Vegapunk to create a clone. However, Jewelry Bonney herself disagreed with this because she thought it was actually murder in the name of science. Bonney herself later mentioned that Kuma had told her that he was from a special race. However, there was no explanation as to which race Kuma came from. Even so, many fans suspect that he is from the Three Eyes tribe. Seeing what happened to Kuma, it was difficult for him to return to being a full human. Moreover, all of his organs have been manipulated by Vegapunk. From the beginning, Vegapunk did various things to Kuma's body, which made him no longer human, because it's impossible to restore Kuma as before. No matter how smart Vegapunk, it seemed that he would not be able to return Kuma to an ordinary human again. In the previous chapter, it was revealed how Kuma figure had lost his human side. When Dragon asks to replay the previous incident, Kuma appears to be behaving like a robot. This is the basis for the conclusion that Kuma has indeed lost his human side. Even so, Vegapunk might be able to help Bonney to restore memory or restore Kuma consciousness. The chances of success on his own are little, but it's something worth trying. There's a possibility that Kuma still has a bit of consciousness inside, which will allow him to slowly return to his normal form. Even so, Vegapunk might be able to help Bonney to restore memory or restore Kuma consciousness. His figure makes many fans curious about his figure. Through this latest arc, Oda-sensei can begin to present the past story of Kuma figure to answer the various mysteries that exist.